Hello, welcome to Horrors of History. I am the one and only Captain Rendrag, the patriotic pirate, the demon you do not want to dance with. I am your host for the next couple minutes about what we are about to talk about. Now, last time we were here, we brought up a story about werewolves and how they are based on truth right here, and even in Rhode Island, having a little tie to that folklore. The next one we're going to get into is one about the sea, of course, and I couldn't have done a better spot than on the top of this. And you look out, there's the sea behind me. We're going to talk about some ghostly manners. Now, I've done the ghost ship stuff before, so I don't want to repeat myself. But I'm going to base this story off a loosely translated and a loosely realistic story that the movie The Fog, the remake, was based off. Not the original. The remake, which was really good. The original had its moments. It was still good, but the remake, she was closer to this story than anything that I have seen. And the roots of that story, not here in Newport. However, it takes place on an island right off the coast of Rhode Island. And I have been there before. It's Block Island. We're going to talk about a vessel that was docked out there in the 1700s, right around the end of the colonial wars and the Rev War there. And, there was a problem that was striking out in this area. Now, there are a lot of villages in Rhode Island and southern New England that are called leprosy villages. Because back in the day, they didn't know what to do with them, so they stuck them in a village out in the middle of nowhere where they would live out the rest of their lives, which is why sometimes in the woods, you come across those foundations. Sometimes they're abandoned villages, but sometimes they are. They are the leprosy villages, or later on tuberculosis villages. We really didn't know what to do with them, so we put them out in an area where we didn't have to deal with them, and they would slowly rot and die out there. Now, Block Island is no stranger to the diseases. However, Block Island does not have a bunch of areas to put these villages in. It's only so big. So Block Island's idea was to take a vessel, and this vessel was rehauled and everything, and it was not good living, trust me. It smelled, it was hot, they were barely fed out there. What they could get was the fish, and maybe if they were lucky, someone would deliver them stuff. Finding fresh water was a chore in itself. But this boat was actually a leprosy boat, and it was right off the coast of Block Island. The villagers in that area tolerated it for so long until they started getting nervous about it spreading to the island. And then, of course, it would have spread like wildfire. So, fire in the word there, they decided to go out to this vessel and torch it. And as they torched it, all 67 people that were on top of that, or in that boat, perished. Not one of them would make it out. And it said that after this was done, that the last person would put a curse on the folks that did that to them. And that at a certain day, when it would come across the anniversary, they would come back and they would start taking their ancestors. The ghosts would take their lives and replace it for the ones that they took to make it so that the spirits could cross on. Is this story true? Has this happened in Block Island now? I don't think so. And if it has, they've kept this very well under wraps, because I haven't seen it. So it's quite the possibility that this is just a story of folklore. Or maybe it is a story of reality, and it's just been swept under the rug for this long. And I have lifted that rug and taken the dirt out and showed you the dirty secrets. Now, I hope you enjoyed that story, because that is one that is based off of truth. And I will have more coming up down the road, because it is October. So I wanted to give you that one. The next one that I will be talking about is a very, very close thing to Rhode Island, and I've gone over it briefly with you guys. But it is a pandemic that, boom, off it went like a cannon going over the ocean. And it spread real quick in Rhode Island. And a lot of people think nowadays New Orleans is the capital of the vampires, but back in the day, Rhode Island was. So we'll get into that next time I am on this screen with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to like and subscribe and share. Yes, I disabled comments. I do not like trolls. Trolls deserve to be on the end of the sword or blasted out of a cannon. There's no place for them. So unfortunately, I don't put that up there because there's too many of those keyboard warriors that if they came at me with a sword or in the side of a battle, they would forget that I'm a pirate. And why would you bring a sword to a gunfight? And I'm gonna cheat. So Captain Rendrag, I'm gonna say over and out to you guys, and I will talk to you later.
We all have different stories from many walks of life. We did our